Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to the, what is it again, Joke Weapon Roulette series. Yeah, it is the 4th part, I think. I really haven't done many parts for this series, and I certainly wasn't expecting on doing this recording today at all. What I had originally intended to do was record The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, which is, I say the Wii U specifically because it will relate to the reason why I'm not actually recording that today. But, of course, I do play it on the Wii U. I got it at launch on the Wii U. There was no reason for me to get a Switch back then, just to clarify why I'm playing it on the Wii U, for everyone who's probably wondering, why would you play that game on the Wii U? Well, that's the reason why. Unfortunately, my Wii U, which I got however many years ago now, 7 years ago, something like that, it needs to be cleaned, because it's obviously clogged up with a bit of dust, and consequently it is now overheating. It cannot run Breath of the Wild without shutting down with the flashing red light on the power button, which indicates overheating. So that's a bit of an issue, and I need to fix that, but unfortunately the Wii U requires, well, it has security screws, more specifically tri-wing screws, so I don't have a screwdriver with that head, so unfortunately I am not able to open up my Wii U right now, so that's just going to have to be something that I do within the week, hopefully, if I can manage to do that. But, yeah, either way, I decided that if I was going to record something, it may as well be Monster Hunter, and then I was thinking, well, I didn't really want to do live hunts, so here I am doing Joke Weapon Roulette. I have been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently, but not any sort of Monster Hunter game that you would expect. It's Monster Hunter Freedom that I've been playing recently. That is the last of the first generation Monster Hunter games, and it sucks. I've always hated it. I mean, I got to G rank like 2 years ago in that game, and I just stopped playing because I couldn't handle it anymore. It was driving me insane. But I finally bit the bullet and decided to start building a character properly in that game. And that's what I've been doing over the last 4 or 5 days. But I'll go and get my chat up. Yeah, things weren't going too well this morning. Everything was just going wrong. Even YouTube has decided to remove Breath of the Wild from its list of games. I've got no idea what I say decided to remove. It's not really like that. It's more like YouTube just being a mess. Hey Vernon, good to see you. I'm doing alright. Reasonably. But yeah, let's go launch the game. I don't even know if I was recording last time. No, I wasn't recording last time I was playing this game. I was playing it in my own time. You got into G rank in Freedom Unite, that's good to hear. Are you enjoying it? I'm quite sure that you did play Freedom Unite in the past, but I'm guessing you've got a new character. Oh, YouTube is just, you know, it's always like that. But yeah, like, sometimes certain games do not appear in the list of games to select for a live stream, or just for a video in general. So for example, you can see that for this video here, it says Monster Hunter Generations, referring to the original game, not Generations Ultimate. The reason why is because Generations Ultimate is not an option. Now, I don't know why Generations Ultimate is not considered an option. It is technically there as an option, but it's almost like a ghost option, because it's not really there. You select it, and it... Okay, so usually, when you select the option, it'll have the year of the game next to it, but the one for Generations Ultimate doesn't have a year next to it, and when you select it, it doesn't register that it's even a thing. So, yeah, there are issues with YouTube, and obviously there are issues because a game like Breath of the Wild disappearing from the list probably means that it wasn't intentional, you know. Some people can say, well, Generations Ultimate isn't that popular of a game. Well, it's popular enough for YouTube to have it there as a, you know, in the game list, but, yeah, there isn't much of an excuse for Breath of the Wild, is there? So, there you go. Just one of many issues with YouTube these days. Oh, that's right, I have to set up Joke Weapon... I forgot that I'm doing Joke Weapon Roulette, so I need to have the roulette. That's kind of important to the recording, I forgot about that, I didn't even set that up at all. But I can do it within, a short space of time. We'll see what we can do. Been enjoying the nostalgia? You had forgotten about the horrible hitboxes. And yes, playing older Monster Hunter is a great way to just be better with modern Monster Hunter, and I do refer to this as modern Monster Hunter. If you don't like it, tough, because this is modern Monster Hunter to me. The new shit is like pseudo Monster Hunter, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so let me get the roulette set up, that's important. I have a link for it sitting around somewhere. Here we go. All I need to do is try to share my screen. I also need to allow desktop audio, which I usually don't allow because I don't want, you know, PC sounds to be coming through on the stream, so... I think -2 dB on that one. Goodness me. Again, usually I do this prior to the recording, but I'd totally forgotten. Do bear with me. This seems alright. Oh, let me just shift it slightly more. Okay, we'll go up a bit. That's fine. It's not quite right. It's not quite as I would usually have it. I'd position it a little nicer, but again, I'm live and I don't want to be sitting here trying to fix this. Stream Call of Duty. I've explained to you why I don't do this. Do you play shooters with a keyboard plus mouse or controller? I prefer mouse and keyboard these days because I usually play on PC. When I started, or rather when I shifted from playing on consoles to playing on PC just in general, when it came to shooters I realised that if I'm going to play shooters on a PC, I may as well get used to mouse and keyboard because it's basically a fact that if you get used to mouse and keyboard you will play better than a person playing with a controller who's used to a controller. So I basically forced myself to get used to mouse and keyboard, which was hard. But now that I'm used to mouse and keyboard, I go back to controller and play on shooters, and it's almost totally unintuitive. It's actually awful for me, so... yeah, which is a good thing, I feel. But maybe it's not a good thing, because you'd rather be able to go back and forth between both, perhaps. But, yeah, it's a very, very strange feeling to return to a controller. So my answer to your question is mouse and keyboard, because I do play on PC. Oh, controller players get strong aim assist, is that right? Well, that's bad. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Hopefully the volume is fine. I think it's fine. Well, that's a fun starting weapon. I could probably stand to boost the volume a little bit on that. But yeah, that's weapon number 1 today. Let's go and get that organized. Unfortunately, that is going to be an elemental weapon, which means that Can you not do that? Again, I'm pressing square on my controller because that's what I mean. Can you stop? Okay? I'm just used to entering areas with... Stop doing that! What even is Hunter Search? I'm 800 hours into this game and I don't even know what Hunter Search is, quite frankly. Okay, let's go and equip my joke set, wherever it is. Joke set. And Misophobic Scream, which is of course the Plunger Lance, which is a first generation joke weapon. Wherever you are. Misophobic Scream, here we go. It's not a terrible weapon, honestly. You've got a toilet seat for a shield, and you've got a plunger for a lance. Or as the weapon. But, okay, it's not that great, is it? 42 element? Now, that would be fine, it's just that it doesn't really counterbalance the low raw. Because, yeah, I don't know. That's the way I look at it anyway. Let's see what's going on. What sort of rooms have we got? I've really got no idea. Today is a funny day. That's all I can say. Alright. I don't know if I should be a clean quest. What does that mean? Bequest quest? Well, how about we look for monsters that are actually weak to water first? That could be a good idea. Turns any. Ava Dust. You're weak to water, Silver Rathalos, although this would probably end up being Hyper Silver Rathalos knowing my luck, especially, well, it's almost a guarantee given the hunter rank of the person in the room, so yeah, I'm not feeling that masochistic today, but I would actually be willing to use a lance against a Hyper Rathalos. A Hyper Silver Rathalos, more specifically. A rank? What do you mean A rank? Serigios, Cantor for the win, no. People still say for the win, apparently. That's new information for me. Next you'll be saying that a Cantor was pwned. Woot, we killed a Cantor. Gamoth, yo, what is that name? Doug McQuain, okay. Doug McQuain. Jacob. Farming. Farming what? Nightcloak? Yeah, well the reason why joke weapons are better in this game is because, as opposed to World, is because World doesn't... Yeah, their weapon designs, needless to say, are totally... Well, they missed the boat on that one. They tried and they failed, and I don't think anyone cared, except for the people who'd played the older games. That's the only reason why anyone cares, it's because the older players were like, okay, this sucks, and then the players who didn't even know it was a series were like, yeah, we need better weapon designs now. Meanwhile, you never would have even known, had it not been for the long-time community. You wouldn't have even cared, is what I should say. Alright, let's just join this room. Okay, never mind. Should we be joining lower hunter rank rooms? I think so. That's what I've done in the past, but the reason why I'm avoiding it is because... Actually, hold on. Do I have a minimum? Well, hold on. Let me set the maximum to 12. No, stop that. Minimum 10. Anyway, the reason why I didn't want to do this, or one of the reasons as to why I stopped doing this, was because you'd end up just doing the same key quests in every freaking recording, and that's not really fun, is it? Amatsu Farm. What? Boiling, broiling desert? Well, if you're doing this quest, then I'll join, because Glavenus is weak to water, so I'll take it. I think it's been more than 8 years for me, Potato. I can't believe you saw someone say woot 8 years ago. That person needs help. Okay. Well, I'm happy to do this quest. Feels very weird coming in here after all my first gen play recently. Because, you know, the game actually works. I've actually got a box. I can send things to my box. Hallelujah. That looks like I'm missing a pitfall trap, wherever that might be. Here we go. It's very strange going through all the different Monster Hunter games and familiarizing oneself with one's box, because it's different in every game, you know. This is my largest box of all the games for the reason this is the game with the most content, so of course I have more stuff. I've got 23 pages. By comparison, Monster Hunter Freedom, which is a G-rank game, has a total of 3 pages in your box. 3 versus 23. Interesting indeed. Well, of course, there were not many monsters in that game. Not many at all. Alright, I'm going to be keeping an eye out on the volume of the game. I might drop it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but... Okay, cool drink. Of course, in first generation, there's basically no indication whatsoever that you need to drink a cool drink until you start seeing your health decrease. And then once you have a cool drink, there's nothing that would indicate that you've had the cool drink, except for the fact that you're not losing health anymore. Like, your health bar doesn't glow or anything like that. None of that business. Oh, you motherfuckers. These things in first gen... I'm going to try and not talk about first gen during this whole frickin' recording, but you have to understand that that's where my head is currently. It is absolutely embedded. Thanks for the ping, that's so helpful. Or maybe it's helpful for Charlie. Is that cider? No, it's not. It's actually a bottle of Corona that I randomly pulled out of the fridge. It's not mine. But I really needed a beer. I just got done with a hedge trimmer on my lawn, and I needed a bit of a drink. I needed a beer, you know. I'm not a lager drinker, let that be known, but I'll take one occasionally. Every now and again, I can stomach a lager. If it were cider, I would have said something about it, Potato. Because I know how you are with cider. Okay, I've dropped back the volume of the game. It's a bit too loud, isn't it? Bit too loud. These guys are probably expecting me to fucking do something. Well, I don't know what they should be well, I don't know if I'm letting them down here, but... Oh yeah, that's right. I remember how the lance works in this game. Must sound funny me saying that, but... I mean, as Random Hunts would show you, I've been playing a lot of different games lately. I've been playing 4 Ultimate, I've been playing Portable Third, Freedom Unite, Freedom 1... Stop it. Oh, that's fine. Shield advance. Well, I'm not doing terrible damage here, but I don't think I'm going to be as quest carrying as these guys expect based on my hunter ranks. So, I mean, maybe they don't expect it, maybe they saw my set and realized that, you know, I'm not taking this seriously. That would be my hope. Okay. I'm not particularly tired of the jokes. I think it's better to joke about it than to get all down about it. But let's not forget that when the coronavirus first appeared in the US, everyone thought it was actually virus from the beer. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. That's something that time will forget. Like, that's not going to be in the history books that Americans en masse thought that it was a virus that you got from drinking Corona beer. Right. In fact, oh, that's me doing the wrong thing to charge with my lance. You know, X plus A has returned for lance charge, but you have to shield to do it. So shield and then X and A charges with lance in rise, which is weird because, again, X and A is the way it was done in first and second. God, I hate lancing. Like, prior to third generation, lance was such a balls weapon type. Meanwhile, I have to tell you, let me just say that playing with people who play first generation is one of the most oppressive experiences you can imagine. This is the reason why. These people, when you talk to them, I'm talking people who just play first gen, and maybe second gen sometimes. They don't stray outside of that. Yes, people do still exist in this world who only play first and second generation Monster Hunter, with a preference for first. These people do exist. Now, the reason why these people are so depressing and oppressive to be around is because you can understand and see what's wrong with it, but they're just like, what do you mean? Like, what's wrong? What's the problem? There's nothing wrong with this game. Like, that's what it's like. They don't see anything wrong with the game, and it's very bizarre. Like, I was talking about how terrible the lance was in first generation, and some guy's like, what are you talking about? The lance is great. And I'm just thinking, you do realize that it's almost impossible to get 3 hits out smoothly because of the terrible input detection. Like, that's not good. That's terrible. It's so bad. It's just the most horrendous weapon type. But anyway. Oh. And yes, I do agree, Potato. But it's really frightening. It feels like, you know, whenever you have something to say about first generation being a total mess, everyone's just there like, it's almost like they've got nothing to say because they've never thought about it. They've never actually considered that that was bad. They just take the whole game at face value, and it's just so odd. Like, you know, if I was to take issue with the fact that the only way I can wake up a Rathalos who has decided to sleep in the volcano area is to throw a throwing knife onto the island that he sleeps on. You can't wake him up any other way. If I were to say that that was ridiculous, they'd be like, what do you mean? That's just how you wake up a sleeping Rathalos in the volcano. What's wrong with that? I mean, you know, these are the sorts of people that the first generation was designed for. Look at the mirage in the distance. Is that a wall? Go on. Next we're gonna have the fucking colossal titan peering over it. Well, I'd have to get blue stacks on the go, Potato. I don't even know what I'm doing in this game, to be honest with you. I don't know if I've, you know, done much damage. I don't know if I've been on target with my attacks. I've been playing totally subconsciously. Anything that you see me do here is just, it's what my, not my conscious brain, it's my other brain. It's the one playing right now. A Risen Phoenix, oh yeah, I remember that. I might sharpen up. Let's do that. You don't, Potato. The only reason why I'm doing it is because I want to do it for random hunts. I want to do video uploads of random hunts where I'm playing Freedom 1. Because it's interesting. I mean, not many people have experience with first generation, and they don't realize how bad it is until they play it. Unless you've played it, you don't understand. Yes, you can witness it, yes, you can look at how bad it is, but until you've played it and actually experienced how bad it is, you don't really know. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. And the reason why is because it's not just bad in certain ways. It's bad in every single conceivable way. Every aspect of Monster Hunter that you're familiar with is worse. And not just a little bit worse, it's practically broken. Every aspect of Monster Hunter. And it leads me to, like, I actually deride those who want to complain about Freedom Unite, for example. You want to capture? You can capture if you want. Look at this guy. Yeah, he wants to capture, alright. Enjoy your capture. But yeah, those who complain about Freedom Unite and second generation as a whole being too janky, this is not hyperbole. Second generation feels very smooth and polished compared to first generation. That is not me trying to be ironic, that's not me, you know, making a joke at the expense of first generation. I'm dead fucking serious. Second generation feels smooth and polished in comparison. It's incredible. Oh, I didn't watch a Potato, but from what I hear, the animation was fucking awful because of the new studio. And some people don't seem to take issue with it, but, you know, it was the first fighting scene, or fight scene, battle sequence, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, in the new season. And yeah, it was shit. Well, technically you did have the one in the first episode, but I can't remember how that looked, but apparently this one fucking sucks. Like, really genuinely sucks, and is far below the standard that you would expect of a show like that, so. Okay. So, I might have to relocate, because there's not much happening in this room right now. Oh yes, let's see what our next weapon's gonna be. Zephyus Gladius, so something weak to water. Again, no, Zephyus Gladius is ice, isn't it? I have to check, I always forget for some reason. I always think it's water, and then I think I find out that it's ice. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I have a feeling... Oh, so you like terrible CGI, basically, Potato. That's fine. Now, stop that. What is this again? Zephyus Gladius over here. Ice. I had a feeling. Alrighty. Search. Turns... Dobbs X. Snuffer? Is it a silent P? Snuffer? Okay. Let's go ahead in here, see what they've got. I will just bite the bullet and take on whatever quest they have on the board with this ice weapon. Oh yes, the CGI is the main issue. I've got no idea what people say. I can only go based on what my friend, who is also watching Shingeki no Kyojin, says, and he's usually much more forgiving of CGI than I am, okay? During the, whatever it was, the 3rd season of Shingeki no Kyojin, basically when I first saw that awful CGI Colossal Titan for the first time, I was like, this is almost unacceptable, like, I actually can't do this. And, is this G1? Okay, we'll do it. I don't think I've fought Hellblade before, so this is going to be quite exciting. But yeah, when I saw that in the 3rd season, I was like, nah, that looks awful. I don't want any of this. But I watched it anyway because, you know, the story was good. But that same person, he was like, oh, it's fine, you just don't pay attention to it too much and it's not a big deal. This same guy who was sort of, you know, he was being a bit of an apologist for it. He actually ranted hardcore about how bad it was in the most recent episodes. Based on that, I'm just going to conclude that it's fucking bad, so... yeah, let's just go 3. I don't need more than that. So we've got the Mizutsune dual blades, and I didn't see the other guy's weapon. Well, I did. It was a switch axe of some kind. I don't know what kind of switch axe it was. I don't think I recognize it. Ah. Okay. So, Hellblade Glavenus. Again, I have not fought him before. Oh, sorry, Vernon. You're trying to get in. You should let me know if you're gonna try and get in. If you said to me that you were going to try, I would have waited for you. Sorry about that. Okay, so first impression, Hellblade looks very similar to regular Glavenus, but as far as I am aware, he is quite a different fight. Quite a bit more difficult. He reminds me a bit of, what's the other deviant that almost looks the same? There's another deviant that I'm thinking of, that is almost, you know, indistinguishably different. Anyway, yeah, he doesn't really look different, and to be honest, it's not about visual difference. Doesn't need to be whoa, that's pretty rough. I wouldn't want to be getting hit by that. Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, I need to stay the fuck away from that. Staying on the ground here. Thanks for the life powder. Excuse me. Whoa, he's got a fucking follow-up. That's pretty cool. I really like that. Snuffer's having a bad time. Again, this is definitely the first time I've ever fought this monster, which is crazy, you know. I'm this far through the game and I've never fought him before. Oh, you need Hellblade. Okay. Well. Oh, you did ask if you could join? Oh, I'm sorry, Oh yeah, you said would you be interested in a second player for your hunts? So the answer is yes. It's really always yes, Vernon. I have no qualms about you coming in. This is a turns room, isn't it? So you're welcome to post Hellblade again if you'd like to. I believe this is a turns room. God, that explosion is quite impressive. I don't expect that I'll be able to do too much. In fact, I don't really know if Ice is even good against Hellblade. I'm guessing, well, it might be fine. Might be his secondary. Yeah, might be his secondary, so I'm not too worried about being totally ineffectual. I think water would be better. It's either his primary or his secondary. I really couldn't say for sure. will. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I suppose you would be last then, wouldn't you? Look, it's better, if you do really want to fight Hellblade, you'd be better off making a room for it, so... But if you just want to hunt with me, then that's cool. There are plenty of people around, or at least as far as I'm aware, that would be willing to do Hellblade. I used to do this little trick, it's a bit dirty, but I would create a room for a specific deviant monster, and then I'd leave the room after I did mine, because of course they always want to do turns, so what I would do is I would do multiple deviants. So I would post my deviant hunt, right? And then I would leave after doing mine, and then I'd go and make another deviant room of a different monster, and then I'd rotate through. I forgot about the follow-up. But yeah, I would just rotate through multiple deviants, always hosting my own. So, there you go. And there's nothing really wrong with that, because just because I've left the room doesn't mean the whole room needs to close. You just get another guy to rotate in, like there's nothing wrong with that. Player 2 can go post his, and then... I mean, think about it, it's not that terrible. I mean, it's probably bad, but I don't care. That sort of dirty play is totally warranted for something like deviants. I fucking hate deviants, they're a waste of my damn time. That's why I've barely killed any EXs. Oh, I have blast, you know. I don't need to be getting hit. Stop it, stop it. You're on Hellblade 8. Well, hopefully the gun lance is worth it for you. I think they're all blast weapons, aren't they? I think blast is still fine, but it's not as good as it was in previous games. Well, I don't know how blast compares between 4 Ultimate and Generations Ultimate. It might be basically the same. I'm actually not too sure, but of course nothing compares to Slime. Slime was broken. I feel like I'm not doing too much. You have to understand that I am using Greatsword and Glavenus gets around a bit, so... I'm also not too familiar with the fight. It seems to be largely the same, but there are a few changes here and there to his movements. I'm also used to combo Greatsword at the moment from first generation. For those who are not aware, in first generation Monster Hunter you cannot charge a Greatsword. You just swing it around real slow. That's how you do it. I'm going for level 2s here because that's all I can really get off. Look at that fucking explosion. Thank God for Greatsword shielding. Decent raw and normal shelling sounds good. Now, is normal shelling better than long? I feel like long is the good one. Although oh, that was very funny. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he's trying to do a fancy maneuver and he immediately gets destroyed. That's very funny. But, yeah, I don't know too much about gun lance shelling as it is in the portable 3rd and above games, like in terms of what situations you would want to use long, wide, and normal, but it's one of the things I've never really bothered to look into. Don't know why. Oh, I know my problem. I don't even have focus on this Greatsword. No wonder it's so difficult. Oh my god. So that's one of the issues with this particular armor set. This is a general use joke weapon roulette armor set. However, if I have to use Greatsword, that means no focus for my Greatsword. Which for some people wouldn't be an issue, but as far as I'm concerned, it's basically essential to have focus with a Greatsword. You say it sounds pretty boring, but it's very different and it's interesting. It is fun. I do enjoy it. Because it's still a very slow-moving weapon, and what's great about it is that it wouldn't be fun to do it here in a game like this, where charging your Greatsword is actually integral to doing good damage with it. But in a game where you can't charge it, and it is expected that you do combo Greatsword to deal the damage, it's kind of fun, because you know you're not losing out on damage or anything like that. You know that the way you're using the weapon is the intended way, so you're doing maximum damage. And it's so different that it is fun. The upswing is actually a viable part of the combo in that game. Whereas anything beyond first generation is, quite frankly, just not... It's not acceptable to be doing upswings outside of first gen as far as I'm concerned. It's a little better to use upswings as of 4th generation because if you do happen to send someone flying into the air, I do apologise for the background noise, it will pass momentarily. But, yeah, of course if you do send someone flying in 4th generation, it's not a big deal because they can quickly get out of their flying animation and maybe even do a drop attack on the monster, which is good. However, the older games, generations 1 through 3, you don't want to be getting upswung, so it's pretty bad. The people who did upswinging with greatswords, particularly in 3rd gen, there's no fucking forgiving that. It used to make me very angry. Probably still does, you know. I say used to as if that's not something that would bother me. Of course it would. Well, not bother me anymore, I mean to say. Normal is best for your playstyle. I see. Okay. You can see that I've not been using Arisen Phoenix at all because I just haven't really had a reason to. I think it gives you a health increase as well, doesn't it? I use it so infrequently that I can barely remember what it does. I have to say, the white sharpness on this weapon is pretty impressive. It lasts a long time. It'd be great if you died soon, Glamorous. It'd be real good. Well, that's alright, Potato. 5 days isn't too bad. And if you hadn't torpedoed your sleeping cycle, or your sleeping schedule, you wouldn't be able to watch this right now, so consider yourself lucky or something. I don't know what your motive is for keeping a good sleep schedule, but yeah, if your life doesn't command it, then just go with the flow. And if you're good at not really sleeping, like if you're good at operating on low sleep, then just go with the flow. Do whatever feels right. I'd love to sleep less. I mean, sleeping is a real waste of time. I enjoy it, but I will be the first to admit that it is a huge waste of the day. It's a huge waste of life to just be sleeping. So the less you can sleep, the better, really. Well, the less sleep you can get away with. It's not quite how I wanted to phrase that, but that's alright. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. I've well and truly had my fun with this fight. Can this be done now? That's a very interesting attack. That was the attack that we flinched him out of previously. Oh wow, I'm actually doing an upswing. That was pure muscle memory from 1st gen greatsword. You guys can attest to the fact that I never upswing with a greatsword in these generations, but here I am. It's because it's viable in the old games. You really hate sleep. Wow. That was decent. Haven't been doing the slap even. God. Turn around and get a well, I tried to get you in the face there. Didn't quite work out. I regret to say. Oh, there goes Dobbs. Dobbs X. Is that death number 1? I think so. I don't know if someone's got insurance or what, but yeah. I believe that's death number 1, that's my understanding. Whoa. Yeah, I really am feeling this lack of focus right now. Shielding that. You can see I can get away with shielding a lot and hitting this monster a lot before I lose my white sharpness. It's pretty good. What is it? It must be really high. Yeah, that's really high. No wonder. Alright, I was trying to get that tail. I think it's good for element. Bastard. I don't even think that lag compensation would have dealt the damage there. That was just too far. Come on. Level 1 will do the trick. Better than nothing. Although I didn't connect with the attack, but I'm doing what I can. Lag compensation would have dealt the damage on that one. Maybe even that one too. Oh, okay, I did manage to just clip you with that. I believe it's still the case in 4th generation, but there is a different damage calculation depending on where on the greatsword your attack connects. So if it's right on the edge of the greatsword, or on the end of the greatsword, that is to say, if you just hit the monster with the tip of the greatsword, you do less damage. If you can get it with the main part of the blade, that's more damage. So I'm assuming they still do calculations like that in 4th generation. I can't imagine them changing that. Okay, I'm actually at risk of death. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Don't worry, I'm doing this to get out of it. You guys are probably thinking I'm not even mashing, but I am. I'm just doing it in a much more quiet way. It's the way I do it in 4th gen. Stop that. If I healed this much, I'm kind of shocked. You keep away. I understand, so if it hits you... Oh, stop, stop! Shit, max potion time. I need to save my healing wares. Are you limping yet? What the fuck? I'm sorry, guys. We would probably have this guy limping if it were not for the fact that I was using a joke set. I don't know, I thought G1 fucking... Oh, that's right, this is a capture quest too, I need to remember that. But yeah, I really did think that G1 wouldn't be a big deal, but I guess it is, and it's fucking Hellblade. Honestly, he's not as hard as I thought he would be. He seems to be just a slightly different version of Glavenus. He's got a few heavier attacks, he's a bit more ballerina-esque. Flash bomb. Can I get the face? Almost. You can see I'm pretty much exclusively going for level 2s here. If I feel like I can get a level 3 off, then I'll try, but I'd rather play it safe and actually do damage. Come on, level 3. Excellent. Didn't want to regret that one. Yeah, I would not recommend that you fight Hellblade Glavenus with a non-focus greatsword. It's not the most pleasant experience. It's just a little bit annoying. A little bit. Oh my god, one more feint. Dob says, bruh. Bruh. Yeah, indeed. That's on you, man. I don't like this blast. You get off me. No, 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 no. None of that business. Well, oh, I thought that was going to be a strange attack that I wasn't familiar with. Thought he was going to smack his tail down on me. He did not. Whoa. Take it easy. I hope I'm doing decent damage with my ice weapon, that's all I can say. I'm going to be really pissed if he doesn't have an ice weakness. Aerial Greatsword looks pretty fun, I have to admit, but I've never bothered with aerial, so I haven't done it. Aerial Bowgun, however, seems even more enjoyable. Like Aerial Pellet? That shit looks like an absolute party. Absolute party. What's my favourite or go-to weapon for 4th and 5th generation? Well, I would say Greatsword, for the reason that that is my personal favourite. In terms of a weapon type that would be most effective, that is to say, you know, the meta. Oh, I suppose it would be Chargeblade, wouldn't it? Maybe not for this game, I wouldn't say Chargeblade for this game, maybe Chargeblade for 5th generation. This game in particular. Well, Chargeblade is great in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. It's bad in this game because AEDs have... oh, Dobbs. Dobbs! No, I mean, I can speak to my personal preferences, and Greatsword's very good, but I wouldn't say it's the best possible option for high damage. Okay, good, ice is the secondary. That's what I was hoping. I wasn't banking on a primary weakness, but secondary was my hope. So that's good to hear. But sadly, it didn't fucking result in anything because we failed the quest. Let's see if they leave in dismay. Well, then again, they are both Hunter rank 12, so actually you know what, they performed fine. I'm not gonna take it out on them or anything. You despise Charge Blade. Oh dear. I'd say, you know, for high damage, probably Charge Blade in 4 Ultimate and World and Rise. Well, Rise I can't really say. I mean, Rise seems to be Longsword and Hunting Horn at the moment, but yeah, in the case of Generations Ultimate, Valor anything. Valor Longsword, Valor Greatsword, Valor, yeah, all of that. Doesn't matter. Just Valor. Oh, you tit. Okay. Well, Vernon, did you need Hellblade stuff, or did you just need your personal Hellblade quest? Because I mean, I'm happy with doing Hellblade if you need materials, but this is a bit miserable. I mean, this guy's a little bit fucking... Well, he's assuming that I'm going to be willing to do his fucking quest again, even though he died twice out of 3 times. I mean, make a room, man. Make a fucking room. Well, this is Joke Weapon Roulette. Okay, how about we'll leave it to the Roulette. If I've got a good weapon for Glavenus on the Roulette, we'll do it. You do need materials? Well, let's do it. What do we got on the Roulette? Come on, baby. Demon Dango? That's terrible. I don't think I've used Demon Dango on, or rather in this series. Well, I actually do not have much faith at all. Demon Dango. Isn't that it's a fire weapon. Oh my god. Okay, we have to... Well, I have to roll it again. I have to roll it again. I can't go in there with a fucking fire weapon. Shit. Well, what we'll do is that at my next opportunity, when we're not doing a monster that's actually resistant to fire, I will use the Demon Dango. How about that? I'll keep that in mind. Okay, hold on. Hold on. What is the I'm pretty sure this thing is also fire, isn't it? Millennium Pot, hold on. Where is it? Millennium Pot. Is that what it's called? What? Oh, sorry, I'm confused with the Millennium Knife. Yeah, 5-star Silver Pot. Okay. I mean, it's not great, but sure. Let's do it. Shit. That's really funny. Because I saw the Millennium Knife, and I'm thinking, Millennium Pot? I don't know of any weapon called the Millennium Pot, but I did assume that it would be one of these frying pan weapons. Quite funny. Okay, I guess defense would be good. Kind of annoyed that I lost my exchanger through that. Oracle and Defender high, why not? For God's sake. I don't want a 3-man. I'm not 3-manning. I don't really care what Dobbs wants. It's not happening because we went 3-man before and things did not end well. He probably thinks that everything's okay because he's got 2 people who are high hunter rank, but guess what, Dobbs? Our hunter ranks are not going to mean anything. Our experience is not going to mean anything if you die 3 times. So, you better believe we're waiting for a 4th. Just so that we can get as much damage out in a short space of time as possible. You better be patient, Dobbs. Do you like my frying pan? I like my frying pan. It's quite an effective weapon. It's not really. I mean, I will be doing extremely well if I can manage to get a sleep off with this thing in this quest. It's got 27 sleep, it's not terrible, it's just not very good. So, if I hit him enough, and frequently enough, I might be able to get a sleep off. 1. I'm not going to be getting 2, don't expect that. Maybe 1 is possible. Umi. Well, I'm assuming that's how I would say your name. I like your weapon. I like your set. This is nice. Quick sheath. You don't really see quick sheath greatsword sets in this game. I haven't really seen quick sheath greatsword sets since Portable Third when the skill was first brought in. Quick sheath greatsword sets were good fun. I mean, my greatsword set in Portable Third doesn't use quick sheath. That's only because I don't really believe in quick sheath for a greatsword unless I can comfortably get it on a set. But I wouldn't say that I can comfortably get it on a set in any of the games that I'm playing at the moment, because it's just, if you happen to have a good talisman that has maybe 2 skills, lots of slots, and you can easily get quick sheath, and I don't know, imagine expert 10, quick sheath 6, no slot, something like that, you know, that would be good. Maybe not expert, no, maybe critical draw 8, quick sheath 8, no slot, something like that, for example. That would be pretty good. But yeah, his set is better than yours. I like his set, yeah, that's good. It's interesting. Alrighty, so I'm going to be hammering a Glavenus. I wouldn't recommend that you expect too much in the way of results, but I will try. I haven't hammered a fucking Glavenus in a long time. Oh, sorry, Dobbs. Oh god, you're gonna be kidding me. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I do expect a learning curve to take place here in this recording, or here in this confrontation. Oh my god, why am I? Okay, maybe I have to go for upswings. But yeah, aiming for this head is not going to be easy. I'll do what I can. See, I'm trying to get close to the head, but I managed to get hit as a result. Okay. No. I knew that was going to hit me, but shockingly it didn't seem to do damage. That is the smallest hitbox I've seen for any fucking attack. Okay, you can tell that the Glavenus head movements are well outside of my understanding. Like, I'm not familiar with them at all. Come on. No, I'm not doing that. I rolled, I really did. I mean, I couldn't have had better timing with that fucking roll, but guess it wasn't good enough. God, I'm useless in this hunt. At least we've got 4 people, right? At least we've got 4 people. Well, this will be a good opportunity to hit the head. Thank you, Vernon. Alright, let's get in there. I'll give you some dinner. The head is mine. Alright, still on target, very good. Can I get the golf swing? No. Should be getting a KO soon as long as I can keep it up. Just hoping to get in the safe spot. What you doing? Maybe upswings are the way to go. Oh no, I can get one out here. Like a slam, that is to say. Ooh, ooh, shit. I'm not familiar with that type. That was a little hard. Heal on up. Ah, very good. Just trying to get this opportunity. I know you're going for... I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I have to go for this head. This is very important. I mean, how's my KO build-up? It should be alright. There we go. I want to get a goal swing in. Okay. Starting to get used to it. We'll sharpen up. I mean, it's not as important to sharpen up to purple, but I may as well. I can see what your comments leading up to, Potato. And some guy appears, yeah, with an... Imagine being a Glavenus, just chilling in the forest, minding your own business. And some dude with an oversized spoon filled with ramen starts giving you brain damage. I see no issue with that. Sounds like good fun. That fucking head is just getting around. Your head is getting around, Glavenus. It's very hard to deal with. God, this UMY guy is really quite aggressive on the head despite there being a hammer guy here. Have some faith, man. I would have dealt the damage with lag compensation without a doubt. Ow. This is a bit dangerous to still go in for the attack, given my health, but okay, if I could actually get on target, that would be worthwhile. It would be a little less weird, or a little less risky, rather. Or perhaps, okay, it would be less ill-advised if I were at the very least getting some sort of benefit out of my risk-taking, but if I'm going to play terribly, it's not really worth it. Better to heal, Doomlink, better to heal. Don't know what it is about the perspective, but I keep thinking I'm closer than I actually am. Whoa. Notice we haven't gotten a sleep off yet? Don't expect that. Don't expect that. Oh. That head moves so far. Hopefully UMY is appreciating my upswings and isn't like getting angry. Well, better to be upswung than hit with a super pound, I'll tell you that much. Let's do a golf swing on your face. Hopefully lag compensation dealt the damage, that's all I can fucking hope for. I'm not necessarily banking on a second KO. I'm thinking he might be dead before that happens, but... Or at least I would hope so anyway. Going for the capture? Well, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to go for the capture. It really wouldn't. This is a capture quest. Dobbs is letting us know that he has activated Hunter Art 2, thank God for that. I don't know what I would have done without that information. My mind is now at ease, because I've been informed that Dobbs has activated Hunter Art 2. I'm pinging just in case people have forgotten it's a capture quest. Just in case. So, had someone thrown Tranks, we would have actually gotten away with the capture there. But yeah, it always happens with me anyway that I forget that it's a capture quest. This always happens. Multiple traps going down. Alright. Whoa! Tranks on the go, that is a captured G1 Glavenus. Good hunt. Generation's ultimate feels smoother. The reason why is because there's less going on the screen. I wouldn't say that, I mean it depends on what your definition of smooth is, or at the very least it depends on what you're trying to describe as being smooth, but my understanding is that it makes a huge difference when there is less going on the screen. It will feel better, it will feel cleaner. Maybe cleaner is the word you're looking for. It's cleaner, and the reason why it's cleaner again is because you don't have dogs jumping all over the fucking place, you don't have these over-the-top visual effects, it's just better, it looks better. So, I do agree with that. I think I will get some enjoyment out of Rise, but I do prefer this, for sure. I really wasn't expecting to prefer Rise to anything that preceded it, but as long as I could get some enjoyment out of it, then it was a success. It was a cinematic Superman dive, yeah it was. Quite epic. Okay. Alright. What's our next weapon? Well, it will be Demon Dango, unless it's again a quest that is just not acceptable for us to have a Demon Dango. What I'm going to do is, for the sake of turns, I'll actually find a monster that's weak. Let's do Mizutsune. Let's just do Mizutsune. I'm going to put up... I mean, it's better to go Thunder for Mizutsune, but I don't really care. We're doing the Demon Dango. I'm putting up Hyper Mizutsune. It's just a random monster that I thought of that would be good for fire weapons, so... Heavenly Dango, Demon Dango... Oh! It's poison. Okay, well we can do whatever the fuck we want. So, I'm going to put up something. We're going to see what it is. If I'm in a turns room, I may as well post a quest that I haven't done. Let's see if I can find one. Here we go, what's this? I'll capture a Gamoth? Well, we did one capture quest before, so we may as well do it. This is why I haven't done this quest, because I fucking hate capture quests, but we're on a roll, I guess. We have to be really careful that we don't kill this thing, seriously, because this isn't even a Hyper Gamoth, this is just regular old Gamoth, so let's be careful. I thought Demon Dango was the fire one. there's a raw, a fire, and a poison Dango, as I understand it. Again, for those just tuning in, I usually do spin the roulette, but I picked this weapon out before and chose not to use it. I really could have gone with this before, but I just, yeah. I was wrong, I thought it was fire. Hey Jenny. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to hunt with the Palico, I think it's not a big deal. The Palamute's a bit of a different story, that thing's fucking... That's an eyesore during combat. And it looked like an eyesore the first time we saw footage of the game. This was prior to the demo. My concern was that... Well, this was the thing that I said back when the reveal first dropped on YouTube and I watched it. Did I watch it live? No, I did watch it live, yeah, as it happened, but I recorded after the fact. And I was saying... Well, I kind of had more hope. I was saying it'll be interesting to see how they deal with the fact that the Palamute's getting in there and attacking, like how they're going to, I guess, get around the fact that 4 Palamutes attacking the monster plus 4 hunters is going to be really crowded. I mean, how will they do that? It looks like they're not going to do anything, it's just going to be crowded, that's it, done. End of fucking story. I mean, it's an interesting idea, I agree, but hey, too crowded. Come on, Capcom. It's one thing to have a good idea, but it needs to actually fit with a game. This is the thing, when you're playing a game, the changes introduced have to be good from a gameplay perspective. Now, Palamutes in concept are pretty cool, but if it feels too crowded, and looks too crowded, it's not okay. You can't just go ahead with that. Oh, looks like we've got a mount. Speedrunning A Link to the Past. I don't know how you would be speedrunning while talking in the chat. Unless you're pausing. I guess you're pausing. Oh dear. Let's get that trunk. Maybe it's better to go here for the trunk. That way we're not hitting the tusks accidentally. Missing a surprising number of those attacks. Are you poisoned yet? What is my poison value on this? Oh, 18. Not very impressive at all. Good old multitasking, right? Whoop. I think the tail's a good hit zone as well. I do try to hit the tail when I can. Oh, you're sitting, are you? Sometimes you can't tell if he's going to sit or attack with his front legs. Can be hard to see. But I try to steer clear of the rear. Steer clear of the rear. When he's on his hind legs anyway, just in case. Put that on a shirt. Steer clear of the rear. That would be really good. I want a shirt that says that. And then people can think about it and go, what the fuck does that mean? Well, they know what it means, but they're probably wondering if there's an additional meaning behind it. The additional meaning would be that it's a reference to my own strange idea to put it on a shirt. And that would be the extent of it. Okay. There we go, that's broken, I think. I heard a breaking sound, and the shiny dropped right where the is it broken? I don't think it is. No, it was just the ice, I guess. Yeah, it was just the ice. Demon Dango. There we go, that's broken. That's looking a little better. Well, he's poisoned at least. I'm glad that managed to happen. Oh, we're going for the capture. Good idea, good idea. Forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Oh, is he going to get in the trap? I think... Oh, he got it, he got it. Excellent, nice work, guys. It's my quest and I had totally forgotten that it was a capture. I'm serious, and I always forget. I really do. I mean, like I said in that Glavenus hunt. I was pinging in case someone forgot, because I always forget. Next quest, I actually forget. I'm glad you guys are paying attention, because I'm bloody well not. Anyway. Actually, we'll wait until the end of this. I was going to pull out the roulette again. We will see what our next weapon is. That's a good ending shot there. I think I was running. I was like mid-run. It was a nice profile shot of myself. You'll set up a quest for my next weapon? That's nice of you, Phoenix. Or Vernon, as I should call you. I don't know if I should call you Phoenix or Phoenix or Vernon. I guess Vern, because that's how I know you. Alright, what we got next? Oh, another poison weapon. 2 in a row. So really, Vernon, any weapon, any quest is fine. Any quest is fine. What the hell? Do I need to get my keyboard in? This is ridiculous. Phoenix joined first. I mean, he just took off the quest, but... Go ahead, says Dobbs. Well, that's what happens when you've got a clueless host. Like, what a joke. Okay. So... what's the weapon again? It is... Cactus Creamer. Or as it's called in this game, the Toxic Cactus. I forgot the name of it in first generation. It's another first generation jerk weapon. Yes, you can use a keyboard on a Switch. I would hope so. If you can use a fucking keyboard on a Wii U, It would be a concern if you couldn't use it on a Switch. Again, I have my Switch docked, so yeah. The dock itself has USB ports, so of course you can just plug a keyboard in there and it works. USB keyboard. What are we doing? Moxie? Yeah, Moxie is fine. I mean, it's a bit overkill, isn't it? Oh look, Dobbs has the Epitaph Eternal. I love that weapon. Is it Epitaph Eternal? It is. That's awesome. Well, I was making sure that it was the fully upgraded one. Which is called Epitaph Eternal. That is another first generation weapon. It looked best in Tri, because Tri had the highest resolution weapon designs out of all of the games. So, yeah. If you can get a Tri picture of the Epitaph blade, that's going to be your best visual representation of the weapon. Your unopened copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope you're not oh, there goes Dobbs. Dobbs is out. Dobbs is not prepared for the Zenoga experience. Oh, here comes... Oh, Dobbs left the hub, I see. So, he left, then the quest started, then it said that he exited the game, which is a strange order of events. Mr. QQ, okay. Why is one of the Q's uppercase and the other one's lowercase? That's a bit strange. It's nice to fight just your traditional old Zenoga. So yeah, upswings are the best way to deal with Zenoga heads. Unless he's doing this business. There we go. Upswing time. The upswing can usually reach the head. Usually. But it is a little hard to hammer the head at times because it is, again, quite a high positioned head. Alright, let's get a triple pound. Oh no, I thought he was going to charge up. What you doing, Zenoga? Oh, I'll do a regular. Oh, damn. Timing is so different in this game for golf swing out of that maneuver there. Oh well. This isn't good. Yeah, not liking this. I need to be quite religious about my upswings. Well, that's what I was going to say. I hope you don't mean Sonic the Hedgehog as in the newer one. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Hey. If I could hit this head, that would be fucking phenomenal, really. Like, ran out of stamina. This is bloody annoying. Hate this head. Hey, I got a hit off on the head at least. I sent UMY flying though. I seem to always hit him when I'm using my hammer. Good, the classic one, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Zenoga. Hopefully this will send you into a stun, that's what I'm hoping. UMY, why do you do this? I need to hit the head. I'm the hammer guy. Go cut the tail or something, seriously. Like, of the greatsword and the hammer, if we're going to compare them, which one do you think will be flinched? I can guarantee you it'll be the fucking hammer guy. It's very easy to be flinched while using a hammer. Well, I basically lost my opportunity to get KO because UMY doesn't give a damn. He's so obsessed with dealing the best possible damage that he doesn't care about the hammer guy. I don't want to get flinched. Shit, fuck. I'm doing terrible with the hammer today. Part of it is because, you know, again, I've been using first generation hammer and there is no upswing in that game. There's no fucking upswing. Okay. UMY, I want to smack you across the face, I really do. You've given me nothing but pain. Alright, here we go. Can I please get a KO? Is that possible? Upswing time. Thank you. Still missed. I can tell you categorically that in Portable Third, the upswing can connect. I mean, it probably still can in this game, but I was really hoping for a hit there. At least I knocked him down. Shit. Oh, there goes a Bullfinger. I know how to deal with you. I'm not even affected by Bullfango anymore. I know very well how to deal with you. Turn around. Very good, very good. Hey, you can get it in this game. You can get it. Ran out of stamina. I've currently got the world's most itchy nose at the moment, by the way. Can you please get knocked out? What is going on? He's gonna die before he gets KO'd at this rate. Oh well. I'm so out of practice with the hammer because I do not use it these days. I used to. I used to use it in try like most times, but most hunts it was sword and shield and hammer and greatsword, but okay, well that is what you call lag compensation KO, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks UMY as usual. As usual. You've been such a massive help this hunt, you really have. I mean, I'm doing terribly on my own already, without having to deal with you flinching me as well. Honestly. Maybe it's because I'm using a joke weapon. Maybe that's what it is. Is that why? I'm always taking accidental screenshots, because this whole frickin' thing here takes screenshots. Oh well. You need to fuck off. It's Bullfinger. Can you die? Thank you. What do we got from the tail? Electrofur Plus. Excellent. Seeing dead Bullfango is a delight. It is the nicest thing that I can see. In any Monster Hunter game. A Bullfango rolling over and dying. It is very satisfying because the amount of rage that builds up as a result of the Bullfangos and the things that they do. Yeah. It's very, very nice to see a dead Bullfango. Do not need the Worn Gun Lance. I think I've got 1 billion of those. In fact, I probably need to start selling my worn weapons because I've got too many for some weapons. I mean, some of them I don't have. It's so funny. I don't have the whatever it's called, God's Isle in this game. I don't know why. I just haven't acquired it. I recently got it in Freedom 1, but yeah, not in this game. Kinda sucks. UMY's got his quest. This fucking thing. I posted this maybe about 7 or 8 months ago to get it completed. I understand why he wouldn't have it completed either. It's an annoying quest. Okay, what have we got next? It seems like today is a day for hammers. We have the 3-star master set. This is going to be the other hammer. Oh no, 3-star master set is the dual blades, excuse me. 3-star master set, here we go. I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would. So we've got a spatula and a ladle as our weapons today. Oh, I love those dual blades. The dual blades that Yes Sir has, I love them. It's a spiky ship wheel. That's really cool. That's awesome. So, I guess we'll go for attack large, yeah. There we go. Get exchanger, that's good to see. And we should be good to go. We're dealing 362 raw damage, which is pretty reasonable. Oh, I need to actually get the quest, that would help, wouldn't it? I love those dual blades. I need to get them. I don't have them. I don't even know how to get them. But I need them because I love the way they look. Okay. Verdant Hills Missive. And I happen to be right in front of Najarala. What is happening? Why do people keep disconnecting? What's happening? The exact same thing happened in the last quest. I wonder what's causing that. That's weird. It can't be bad host connection, can it? Because the previous host was Vernon and this host is UMY, so... I've got no idea what's causing that. I feel like it can't be coincidence. Can you believe that I am actually bouncing with purple sharpness right now? Are you fucking kidding me? That should not be possible. At least not against a regular monster like this. If it were an Elder Dragon, sure. I would be perfectly willing to bounce with purple sharpness against an Elder Dragon, but a fucking Najarala, no. Doesn't feel acceptable to me. Doesn't feel acceptable at all. Oh, hello. How are you guys going? Usually there'd be 5 of you in this area, but I guess it's not first gen, so thank God for that. I should be glad. Imagine 5 fucking Velociprey plus a large monster. It's just the most delightful experience you could ever have. Let me tell you that. Very good. Getting some hits off on the face on occasion. He was gonna start. Oh, he's decided to start going around me. Oh, stop that. No, 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 not the fucking paralysis. Very good. He didn't stay down, sadly, so I couldn't get any hits off on his face. Time to heal up. Bastard. I did try to dive there, but it didn't let me. Do you find that it's only when you really need to dive that they don't let you do it? In other words, they don't let you do the fast sprint. Ah, so annoying. Just broke the back leg. I will sharpen up momentarily. Maybe I'll wait until I hit green. Let's just do that. Because I'm going to bounce no matter what, aren't I? Stupid thing. Bouncing with purple sharpness is just wrong. Gonna heal up again. Do you like my black suit? This is my my fancy dress wear. I wear this to expensive events. To, you know, leave a good impression. You can fuck off, please. I was sharpening, I could do nothing in that moment. You're not giving me many head opportunities, and in fact, I'm kind of stuck. You've got to be joking. He hits me right when I've lost my invulnerability. You actual asshole. Stop. He really likes me, doesn't he? I cannot believe we've got another 3 monsters to kill after this one. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. In fact, this isn't even a good thing on its own. So... oh, for fuck's sake. Spamming for a change because I'm pissed. Stop bouncing. Let's go back in here and we'll demon dance you. Oh my goodness. Because again, this is a 4 monster quest, so this thing should have pretty low health, but... oh, UMY. You want capes to make a fashion comeback. Well, good luck with that. Well, I mean, it's possible. It has to happen eventually, doesn't it? I don't know. I'd be very happy if that were the case. Oh, he's dead. It's about fucking time. Yeah, I want a proper cloak. I'd love that. That'd be real good, actually. Sharpen up, and I will carve the Najarala. Because you never know, I might need Najarala stuff for something. Even though I'm not really making stuff in this game anymore. You never know. Well, more than that, I just like to hoard stuff. You guys know that I'm a bit of a hoarder. When it comes to Monster Hunter, when it comes to anything game related. Even if I don't need the items, I want them, because I just like to have lots of stuff. Give me all your crap, because I want it. If you need something, if you need odds and ends, I've got them, because I'm stocking everything. That's the way it works with me. Oh, UMY doesn't want his carbs. Fair enough. See, that's an example. UMY is hunter rank 400. I'm almost double his hunter rank. And I want these carbs. He doesn't. So... And you notice that a lot. Because of how I am with my hoarding, it really pisses me off when I see some guy at hunter rank 200 passing up on carbs. I'm thinking, asshole? At hunter rank 200, you've got no idea what you'd need in the future, so just carve the fucking thing, because seriously, like, you don't know. This is the thing. Just because you don't anticipate that you're going to need to make a weapon from this monster doesn't mean that you're not going to need that in the future anyway. Like, you might need to upgrade into something else entirely through that weapon, so you actually do want materials from that monster, so, you know. There's no need to make a statement like, oh, I don't need these materials, because I've played so much. I mean, I always look at it very cynically. I look at it as, someone making that kind of statement. Whereas for me, I just want the stuff. Give me all the garbage. And it may be useful in the future. And it usually is, like, to be honest, particularly in this game. I found that I usually have the stuff that I need. Like, if I need some weird stuff to upgrade something random, I've probably got most of what I need because I've been keeping it. Yeah, that would be good, actually. That sounds like a very MMO style thing, Potato. I think that would be good. I don't think this Garuga's going to last much longer, actually. There's the double head break. So you've got the beak and the ears. Those are your two head breaks for Garuga. He's treated as a much more normal monster in this game. In first generation, he's treated like a fucking Elder Dragon, practically. Rightfully so, to be honest, but... yeah, he's actually... like, you can repel young Garuga in first generation, and he's like... he's considered to be a more, you know, a higher up monster than Lao Shan Lung. So special quests? The only special quests that you guys are familiar with are Fatalis quests, like, you know, the purple ones? Well, Garuga was a special quest, okay? So, you had Fatalis and Garuga for the fucking special quests, so... great. They're on equal footing, apparently. It's very nice of you to just appear right where we need you, Raytheon. Very nice of you. Now, I'm not personally a fan of the 5th generation model for Raytheon. I think it's changed again. I think it's changed from World to Rise. She just looks too fat. I feel like this is perfect. This is perfect. She's not too skinny like she is in 1st and 2nd. And she's not too fat. She just looks right. This is, of course, the 3rd and 4th gen model. It seems that they keep with the same models for 2 generations and then they change. Because 1st and 2nd were exactly the same, 3rd and 4th are exactly the same. Although, it seems like, if I'm correct and that they changed the model from World to Rise, they might actually start changing things in one generation, rather than just, like, use the same thing for two. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose she has changed, hasn't she, in Rise? I don't think it was just me making it up. I don't think it was just me not having seen a World Raytheon in ages, but... yeah, she's too fat in Rise. I don't like it. You know, you need something in between. You can't have it too fat and you can't have it too skinny. First and second gen model Raytheon is just anorexic. And it looks gross and weird, like she's got this super long skinny neck and it's creepy. But this looks great. This is perfect. It's balanced, you know. Do I have dung bombs? No, I don't. Well. Oh no, I think Raytheon's leaving. Very good. Are we going to stick here and fight Astalos? What are we doing? I don't really mind either way. Looks like we're fighting Astalos. Can you stop? God, have I healed this much already? I can't believe it. I'm down to 2 mega potions. Okay. Well, I guess I need to be a little more conservative with my healing, or at the very least more conservative in my play so that I don't get hit stupidly. That would be great. That would be a delight. Oh, that's a mount. Oh, I thought it was a mount. That's just UMY flying around at the same time he fell down. And by he, I mean Astalos. I was trying to do the fucking... whatever. I didn't have any stamina, I guess. I need to charge this thing up. I'm used to having... what's it called again? That hunter art where you sort of spin around. I forgot the name of it, but I usually use that for getting my charge up with dual blades. It's very good. It's not whirlwind or anything like that. Can't believe I forgot the name of it. Oh well. This is what happens when you play too many Monster Hunter games. Too many different ones. All the information, like little bits and pieces, get overwritten in your head because you can't have too much information in your head at one time. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. Well, that's how it is with me anyway. Maybe you guys can retain all of the information. I can't. Little things get overwritten. At least in my readily available memory. There we go. Oh, his head's in the frickin'... it's gone up the wall. How about that? That's quite entertaining. Get away from that. Ah! Wish I didn't have to heal right now. Just feels wrong fighting a G-rank Astalos with blue sharpness, but... oh, that's a mount. I'm actually correct about it being a mount this time. If I end up not liking Rise, at least I have Dauntless. I really don't need Dauntless. I'll stick to the other Monster Hunter Games things. In fact, I do plan on properly fleshing out, or branching out into first gen. Like, I'm gonna do work with Monster Hunter G in the future. You know, work on a character. I really want to go to the city area from Monster Hunter G. I really like the look of it. You've got like a multi-leveled house, and it has a nice feeling to it to me. And I'd very much like to go there. And people are doing online for Monster Hunter G, even English translated from what I can tell. But that's a private Discord, so I can't join it. Well, I'm sure if I asked them, I'd probably be able to get in, but I'm not really wanting to play G right now. I'm focused on Freedom 1, so I'm going to do that first. Of course, I paintballed both Raytheon and Astalos so that we could keep track of both, should one leave. And that has yielded good results. Can you not leave? Stupid dragon. Alright. Where are you headed? No. Well, why didn't you come sooner? You're wasting our time. Oh, by the way, I have officially pre-ordered Rise as of yesterday. I hadn't pre-ordered before that point because I got a bit lazy with it. I used to have a game store rather close by, but it closed down, like maybe a year ago, something like that. So I have to go a little further to get to a game store now, and that's all it took for me to procrastinate. But I eventually, you know, took the time to go and pre-order the physical copies, so that's done now. I will have Rise on launch day. Barring some terrible tragedy where Australia doesn't get any copies or something like that. Like the PS5. Anyway. Oh, very good. I honestly thought that I had Demon Dance ready. I did not. Again, I thought I had it. I don't think Raytheon's going to last very long at all. I pre-ordered the normal edition. I had no interest in pre-ordering any special version. Not at all. I've never pre-ordered special versions of anything. Although I think I had the Black Armor edition for Dark Souls 2 or something like that. Yeah, I pre-ordered the Black Armor edition, not the standard game, so that would be one example of when I... Because of course when I pre-ordered Dark Souls 2 I was like, this is gonna be the best thing in the world, oh my god, get the Black Armor edition, I want all the things. And then it turned out that the game, yeah, was not good at all. Which was a bit of a killjoy at the time. The digital copies come with the skins for the dog and cat. I don't really care. I don't care about any of the additional features. I feel like a lot of, well, at least what they did with World, I think. Well, not just with World, but with a lot of games that have like specific things for pre-order versions, like for deluxe editions. You can oftentimes get the stuff in the full game anyway. So the benefit to it is that you get it immediately. That's kind of how it works. But yeah, I've got no need for. Look, if they had actual good things in game for pre-ordering it, hey, I'd get it. I'd get the special version, but it's never that way. There's never anything worthwhile, so I don't care. I really am not interested. Here we go. 2 Raytheon mantles, what the fuck? That's kind of impressive. Okay, well, that's 5 mantles for me. Thank you. Of course, it's when you've got no need for them that you get them, but... yeah. Okay. Well, that's the 3-star master set, as it's called. It's good, I'm using weapons that I haven't really used very much before. Okay. Oh, looks like we need to do some combining. Oh, I'm running out of honey, that's not good. You can tell I've been lazy with the honey. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go and rectify the situation. I guess it's my quest next, is it? Okay. Well, I'm not too concerned what we do. Hold on, let me just do my trading here. The guy who just joined is going to post his quest if I don't post mine soon. He's going to take it as an opportunity. Oh, I've got an inbox of honey, that's good. That's very good to see. Excellent. Okay, now let me go and choose a weapon. Cheese combinator. Back to the greatsword, back to the greatsword. Alright. Cheese combinator, there you are. Does this have a paralysis value? I don't think it does. I think this is just raw. What? Shadow of Mordor had a collector's edition that sold for hundreds of dollars, but it didn't include the actual game? That's fucking crazy. Oh, I've completed every quest for G3, that's kind of cool. What else have we got here? We've got Pinnacle Problems, this is miserable. Okay, hope you guys are ready. Well, it's not that miserable, but it's harder than the last one we did. It's not like unreasonably hard, it's just kind of not fun. Okay, I will go for Defense Large, actually. We'll go Defender High and Weak. No, that's actually great. I'll be back in just a moment, gonna go to the bathroom. I thought I would prioritize departing on the quest to sitting down and saying hello. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, Basarius. I hate Hyper Basarius. He's a bastard. Mainly because of his fire. His fire is terrible. Oh, shit. This does not bode well. I mean, that was his back, wasn't it? His legs are softer than his back. Oh, don't shield it. You've got high-grade earplugs, idiot. Get yourself in gear. But yeah, the fire that Hyper Basario spews out is huge. It covers such a great distance. Bounced. Fortunately, that didn't end poorly. So what are the monsters here? We've got Hyper Basarius. I seem to remember Hyper Zenoga. And there's another one too. Hyper Astalos, okay. I think that's a mount. No? Again, when a monster is knocked down and I see someone flying in the air, I just assume that it's a mount. It looks like one to me. How did I fucking miss? Fine. No, 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 no. You keep away. It's very slow going without focus, but hey, there's something about it that, well, of course, if you don't have focus, it is a little more satisfying to get the hits off, but I'd rather just have higher DPS than get more satisfaction, if you know what I mean. Having said that, I suppose the satisfaction from dealing more damage in a set period of time would be, well, it would probably outweigh the satisfaction of getting your hits off without focus. So, yeah. I'll take the higher DPS things. But of course this is just a general set, so I'm quite fine with this. I don't have the armor set slots to make 2 joke weapon sets. One for greatsword and one for non-greatsword, but yeah, this is fine. No, 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 no. Sometimes it's very hard to see where the hell he's going when he does that. You're having a bad day, Basarius. It's very strange to not have critical draw as well. I'm very much used to that in most games that I play. Because there's oftentimes something running in the background in my head that says, okay, if you're drawing now out of your sheath, or out of your sheathed mode, you're going to do more damage, Doomlink. Well, that's not happening this time around. Uh-oh. I'm surprised he's still standing. He's definitely taken a lot of damage. Alright. Go top up our health. I'll probably do one more hunt after this. That would be my guess. And that's a dead Basarius. And I'm very used to crouch carving at the moment as well. There's no need to do it here in this game. I'm also reminded of the fact that in Generations and Generations Ultimate, they actually returned to the original timing for carves, so it's on that last, or one of the last pulls with your knife in the monster. You will notice that it's slower here in this game compared to 4 Ultimate and 3 Ultimate and Portable Third and Try and Freedom Unite and all those games. Basically, they returned to the first gen timing for carves. Don't know why, but that's what they decided to do. Where would Zinogre spawn? I feel like he would spawn down here. That seems right to me. I hope these guys aren't looking for the monster, thinking that he's around. I feel like Zinogre would spawn here, that's my feeling. Oh no, he's over there. Well, I stand corrected. He's in this area. But you know what, that would have been my second guess, now that I think about it. Hello, Zinogre. Fought you just before. I don't have too many quests that I haven't done yet. Most of them are just annoying ones like these. I'd rather not do them, but if I have a team of 4 willing to do whatever quest I want to put on the board, then this is going to be what you'll be hunting. So, I'm happy to do it. Under those circumstances. Outside of that, no, I'm not happy to do it. Which is why it's still not done. What the hell is going on? Accidentally went into that stupid hole. The same thing happened to Vernon, actually. He went into the hole for just a moment. Oh, that's so stupid. What a stupid place to have the hole. Oh well. Excellent. So Cheese Combinator, I haven't even looked at the stats here. Ooh, 370 damage. That's not too bad at all. That's actually perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing wrong at all with this weapon. So, as I have said before, while these are joke weapons, they're not all bad. Some of them are actually perfectly viable, if not really damn good. This would be an example of a really damn good one. I mean, it has 340 raw. That's not the best raw you can get with a raw greatsword in this game, but my end raw is 370, which is functionally really good, so yeah. What a stupid place to have a hole, yeah. That's right. Ow. Oh. This will be a good opportunity to hit the hen, as usual. It's a mount. Why say something so obvious, Doomlink? If you don't have an opportunity to hit the weak point after a mount, there's something wrong. Something very wrong. Oh, so heavy. So heavy. I love that heavy strike. Go for the level 2. Because again, it feels like that's the only way I'm going to consistently get hits out. No, 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 no. I couldn't get my shield out fast enough. Well, I couldn't get my shield maneuver out fast enough. Are you kidding me? I got caught, both of us got caught on that fucking... In my case, it was the very beginning of that attack that clipped me. That's just nasty. That's really nasty. Well, at least we're getting carted together. I've probably creeped out the felines as well. Okay, I think it's better to drop here. Somehow they made regular Zinogre stronger than Stygian Zinogre in World. That is actually stupid. But certainly not outside the realm of possibility, when we consider Capcom's complete and utter inability to balance things in Monster Hunter. So, with that in mind, oh, of course you would go that way. Of course Zinogre would go in a direction that would lead us to go the long way. Oh, well, at least we can go and carve the tail while we're here. That's not too bad. Got a shiny too. Not that I really need anything, but I am Doomlink the Hoarder. Zinogre Lash. Okay. And after this we have Astalos to kill, which is not going to be fun. Not a fan of Hyper Astalos at all. I do think Astalos is a cool looking monster. I would say, let me say this, of all the Fated 4 monsters, I would say Astalos is my favourite, just because of his look. I love his almost insectoid wings. I think they look really cool. They've got this rainbow look to them, depending on how the light touches them. And I like his big axe on his head. He's a cool looking monster to me. My second favourite would be Mizutsune, because he's such a Japanese style water dragon creature. He would have been perfect for Portable Third. Which makes sense because he's kind of like the monster for Yukimo. And I guess Glavenus would be my third favourite, putting Gammoth at last. I just don't like Gammoth. I think he's a cool idea. When I first saw Gammoth, I thought he was a really cool monster because he was a giant fucking mammoth. Quite unique in the series at the time. But, yeah, as far as fighting him, not a fan. I get a lot of excitement and joy out of fighting Glavenus, or at least I used to. I ended up fighting too many Glavenus, let me tell you that. So now it's not as fun, but... the theme of Glavenus, it's really cool. And it's an interesting fight. I love that he uses his tail as a weapon. He's a very fast monster, so the way he uses his tail is a little different to, say, Duramboros. I need to sharpen my weapon, actually. I will do that at the next opportunity. We've got 2 full combos out with the Greatsword, which is great. I'll take. Yeah, I think I saw it, Potato. And I would say that he is probably better than Gammoth. I'm just not much of a Gammoth fan at all. Not at all. But I did think it was a cool idea initially. He's rolling in like a fucking freight train. God. That really hurts, by the way. You don't want to get hit by that. That's a bad time. Very bad time. And while I was prepared to shield it in case it did hit me anyway. It's so frustrating to not have focus. It really is. It ticks me off. No. That's bad. Bad times. Oh, that's my opportunity. Get in there, Doomling. You've missed out. Too busy healing. Oh, very good. Isn't it silly that I'm doing this hyper hunt and I'm healing less here than I was in a Najarala, whatever. Oh, Astalos Mantle, that's cool. I'll take that. From the shiny. That's why I collect shinies. But yeah, that non-hyper hunt, I'd use like all my potions, whereas here I'm doing much better. Maybe because I'm hunting more carefully because they are hyper. So therefore I'm getting hit less. We'll say that's the reason. Makes sense to me. Look at those beautiful wings. I also love the hyper, not the hyper, the deviant. Astalos. Bolt Reaver, that's what he's called. It's funny, the deviant names are quite easy to remember, they're just intuitive. They sound right. Cue him. Nola. Do you like my cat hanging off my sword? Again, it's a joke weapon because it looks silly, it's made of wood. It's called the Cheese Combinator. It's basically like a big stick for stirring a vat of cheese, I guess. I don't know. Or whatever the hell. Well, it's not like the cheese is being stirred, it's the... it's what will ultimately become the cheese, most likely, but... yeah. I would imagine that's how it works. So yeah, it's a joke weapon. There are funnier joke weapons out there, that's for sure. But this fits the bill for me. Get another shiny there. Getting lots of mantles at the moment. We've acquired 3 mantles so far in this recording. 2 from Raytheon, 1 from Astalos. Let's see if we can get more. I reckon we can. I'm sure we can. Deadly poison sac. I don't need Wyvern Tears. I've got plenty of Y-Academy points. I need no more. Alright, we're going to do one more hunt. It will be, I guess, Vernon's hunt, whatever he wants to do. I'll spin the wheel nice and quickly so he can choose a good quest if he's still wanting to do that. Sort of choosing a quest that matches my weapon. With that in mind, bring on the elemental weapons, Mr. Roulette. Yeah, it's a bit of an overcast day today. When I did start recording, the sun had come out a little bit, but now it's gone again, but it's fine. Like, you can... oh! Never mind. As usual, my chroma key was fucking up and I had no idea. I hadn't noticed, sadly. That's alright. It's fixed now, that's what's important. Void Piercer 3? Well shit, I'll take that. Thank you. Alright. No. Harkay left. By Harkay. Let's check out our next weapon. Filth Abolisher. So that's ice, I believe. Is it ice? I think so. It is a broom. I think I used it in the last recording for Joke Weapon Roulette. It's quite entertaining though. Let's check that element. I'm pretty sure it's ice. Where are you? Yep, ice. Kesk has left the hub. He didn't want to stick around because he realized he wasn't going to get a quest. Dirty bastard. A big broom. Now this is what you call a joke weapon. Fits the description perfectly, or fits the definition perfectly, I should say. Revenge from the skies, there we go. I thought the primary weakness for Kutku was water, but I guess ice is good too. Hyper Kutku. It's a good way to finish the recording. Alright. I mean, maybe I'm thinking of the blue Yan Kutku weakness, I don't know. There is no blue Kutku in this game, of course, but I know one of them had a primary weakness of water. This guy has just used the same set this whole time. I mean, fair enough, if he likes the set, then power to him, but yeah. I can never do that. I always have to change every time. At least change my weapon. I mean, I can live with using the same armor set, but weapon? No, I always have to change. To keep it fun. That's the way I do it anyway. Yeah, I'm happy to 3-man. I'm gonna say IDM, I don't mind. If you'd like to wait for 4, you're welcome to. But it is just, you know, Hyper Kutku, so... Well, it seems that if it's up to Vernon, then he's departing. Which is cool, because again it's just, you know, Kutku, so it'll be easy to take care of with a group of 3. Oh, we just left behind some Chinese guy. Well, I'm very sorry. Where does he start? Does he start in the, what I identify as the Raytheon area? He does. Okay. I call it the Raytheon area because usually I fight Raytheon in this area. In 4 Ultimate anyway. I mean, if I could remember the frickin' area numbers, that would make life easier, but yeah, I was expecting that. Alright. Hit red, please. Thank you. And where is my white going to be? Is it the legs? No. Oh, shit. Let's get that back. Okay, legs? No. Must be the tail. Well, it worked anyway. I think it did end up hitting the tail. Should I go for mounts? I guess I could. I am tempted. No, I probably shouldn't. I mean, Vernon's gonna mount anyway, so I'll just go for damage. There we go. Time to beat on that head. Put that on the shirt. This Kutku, I don't care if he's hyper or what. He's not going to last very long. Alright. Now, sadly, I do not have the Insect Glaive Hunter art that gives me Golden Man, but for longer than regular Golden Man, so I have to go and get my colours manually again. It feels like I'm playing 4 Ultimate or something. Having to actually play the game properly. I have to actually use the Insect Glaive in the way it was intended. Manually getting my colours. Come on. Give me the orange. There we go. No, just keep away from me. I believe the motion value for aerial attacks is still pretty good. It's just they made it so that you can't mount quite as easily. Get that there face. Cue him. Cue him. Don't let him leave. Oh, I think we can do it. There we go. Very good. Golden Man with this mask on is really funny. I've got a glowing golden head. I'm the golden chicken, the golden gargua. Very good. Well, that was my last hunt, guys. I hope you enjoyed the, what I believe to be the 4th recording. I'm pretty sure it is. I was actually going based on memory there. If it's wrong, I'll fix it in post. But, yeah, that was Joke Weapon Roulette for the first time in probably a month or so, maybe a little more. But yeah, I'm probably going to make it so that the only time I play this game on my channel is going to be in this series. I don't think I'm going to do Doom Link's live hunts with it anymore. So, or with this game is what I mean to say. I'm just going to do maybe 3 Ultimate for Doom Link's live hunts, and then all the other games, not including Generations, will be in Doom Link's random hunts. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me for the hunts, Vernon. Hope you can get all your Hellblade stuff soon. But, yeah, I'd say that was a successful venture. Good fun. What are we going to get from this quest? Large wyvern stone? No. Not at all. Just a bunch of the usual stuff. Hyperconflagrant sack. Alright. Well, with that, I do bid you all farewell, and I thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.